Hello. Good morning here from Tanhua. It's 5:31 a.m. I woke up before 4 a.m. as usual. Sleep early after the tiring trip from Hanoi yesterday evening. 4 hours on the old repeat train. And exactly here in Tanhua, about last February, the winter here is with my son is where it all began. I first created the Aladdin magic plugin, and now after an hour or so, 2 hours at the Hanoi train station yesterday, I completed the code and did a test, and it really worked. Here is the workflow equals to two nodes, comma, separated by comma, and there must be valid windows for the moment. And as according to this, and it really worked. It created a workflow, the node, and the node next transition. Let me show you. So what you have to do a role access update so that your workflow plugin or that generated workflow will come out as you see here. Okay, there you are. The node, the workflow model, the workflow node, and transition. You have to click on it. Yes, it works. You can call up, and then you go next and so forth. And there's supposed to be some transition here. Let me see if it's here. For you to click through, but I'll check into that. It shouldn't be any problem. All this is metadata. And what do I want to show you? Yeah, there's supposed to be a workflow editor. Let me call it up. Whether this will come out in the workflow editor. Super workflow, yes, it does come out. So does it work? It doesn't seem to respond like the others. Let me give it a try. Okay, so something must be missing. This is a challenging situation for any developer is to compare metadata between other setup and this setup. Okay, let's give it a refresh and see. So it confirms that it does not really work there, and I'll probably solve it in a few minutes and I'll show it in the next video. But for now, I just want to go to the code and explain exactly what happened. But hang on, this may give you a clue. Get notes in order. Get notes in order, bottom, action, sleep, wait time. I know what it is. It's either the action 534, 535. Let me try again and see if I get a reaction. 535, 30. Transition, sleep, wait time there. It's not supposed to be, was it the sleep, wait time or something? Well, we can check that out easily. But what I'm going to show you now next is that when you have completed the code, you want to pack it out. So, in order to pack it out, you go to the you see your plugin is created. Let's say this is your plugin where I have the code here. You want to do your plug out metadata into here. Okay, if this is your at this moment this is Aladdin plugin, so what I'll do is I'll transfer this code into a new plugin. and just use the file new and new Java project and copy over some of the manifest file here, and get a package here. Now the package is the export of the metadata of this workflow generation metadata, and to do it you get into your system administrator. I'll just demonstrate this to you, and you wrap up this. I will probably the ninth. Is this the ninth video or 10th? Yeah, the 10th video. So pack out, call this up, and then you can do a test by re-importing a fresh database, and you'll clean out all the old work, and you have to let me reuse the old one. By calling it something else, Aladdin workflow. So you will save it under workflow dot zip. And what window is it calling? No, I would like it to call the workflow generation. Let's see if I have it there. Okay, select this, and so you export out the whole workflow generation. No, I think I have to call it from the menu. So application, workflow. Here you are. So you call up it as a menu item rather than just window, and you won't see it in the menu when you pack it out. Okay, so save this. Get to the next one. Data, no, I don't think we have any data, so I'll delete this. Yeah, it is simple as that, and this will export it out to be re-export later. It's recursive, and it's called Aladdin workflow. Make sure you get the name correct. So it's better to copy and copy him. Is it correct? It has to be precisely correct. So having that, get back here and simply do and export. This should be rather fast. It's just a single line or so. Click on it to save it. There you are. Once it's saved, take this zip and put it here. Rename it to 2pack .zip or 2pack 1.0.0 if you are using the incremental way to export it. And from there, you are good to go. Right? So that's it for this 10th video about how to pack out and having a look at the successful code. Let me shut this off without changing anything. Let's look carefully, because this is what the whole Aladdin series was supposed to do, was to let you know how the code precisely work out. Yes, I was testing from the last video, and there were some errors, and I solved it through let me see. First, this model getting the next node, I did not explain fully. It comes from the core code, which will pass on its parameters, its properties for you by just passing these two. It's a good API to work with, so you don't have to do the further code. And I discovered that you have to set in your workflow type. We have the SS level. I put in water, and the workflow has to be saved early on, otherwise you will not obtain the ID to pass on to here. It will be null here, and you hit an error. That's why I put a breaker here. I hit an error here, and the trick was to move the workflow from this location to here to be saved, so you obtain the properties, the values from the save PO. Well, then that's all, and 2pack ready. I will test it later, but this is all you need to know. You are good to go. Bye bye from Tanhua in the autumn. I'm going to head out to the paddy fields in a few hours or so to work on the rice. I'll send some pictures.